guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be trying some new NYX products and creating this look with a full face of first impressions. Keep watching to see how I created this look, and if you haven't already, please click the subscribe and like buttons down below.
First I'm using the Stay Matte but Not Flat foundation in Creamy Natural. I'd say this gave a medium to full coverage, and as you can see, some of my freckles still showed through. And although it was somewhat matte, I did still have to set it with powder to make it sit well on my skin. Throughout the day, it did still stay in place, except for a small amount of melting just around my nose. Moving on to concealer, I'm using the Gotcha Covered Concealer in Alabaster. Because this colour is quite a bit lighter than my skin tone, I found that it worked really well for the under eye area and brightening the high points of my face. Like the foundation, this did need to be set to avoid creasing, but since filming this has actually become my new favourite concealer because it lasts really well throughout the day. Now going in with the yellow powder in the Highlight and Contour Pro palette, I'm just going in and setting the under eye area before it has the chance to crease. And to set the rest of the face, I'm taking the No Filter finishing powder in Porcelain and dusting that all over the face. Like the concealer, this has also made it into my everyday drawer since filming, because it gives the most beautiful smooth finish and has even turned bad foundation days into good ones. Going back to the Pro palette, I'm just mixing these two shades for a bit of a contour and to warm up the face a bit. I did find that I had to use a very light hand with these shades, because as you can probably tell, they came off a lot more pigmented than I first expected. But it did still blend out quite nicely. And just ignore my attempt at a nose contour. For some reason I thought it would be a good idea today, even though I never contour my nose usually, but anyway. Now on to blush. I'm using the High Definition blush in Summer. I did quite like this blush, but apparently I have the same Too Much gene as Jenna Marbles, and I terribly underestimated its pigmentation. Moving on to highlighting, I used the Strobe of Genius palette, another standout of this video, and taking the lightest shade, I'm more or less turning myself into a glowy alien because it is super pigmented. My face was looking a bit strange without my eyebrows on, so using a NYX eyebrow pencil in dark brown, I'm just going to fill them in a bit. This was one of the unfortunate misses of this first impression, because as well as the fact that the colour came off a little bit too warm, the pencil itself is quite a hard formula and it felt almost like I was scraping it across my skin. Sorry NYX, but I'm not a fan of this one. Just quickly, I'm going to apply the High Definition eyeshadow base over my lids and then patting it in with my fingers. I will say it did help with the longevity of the eyeshadows, but it didn't help much with stopping my eyelids from creasing throughout the day. Now onto the eyeshadows. Using the Beauty School Dropout palette, I'm first starting with a light peachy nude as the base colour all over the lid. Then picking up a deeper terracotta shade, I'm just sweeping that through the crease as a bit of a transition shade. Then using a dark burgundy, I'm just placing that in the outer corner and then blending out with a fluffy blender brush. All of the eyeshadows were nicely pigmented and quite buttery, but they were a little bit difficult to blend out fully. Using a NYX Pigment in Old Hollywood, I'm just patting that gently onto the inner half of the lid. In hindsight, this could have shown up much better if I had used NYX's glitter glue, or possibly used my finger to apply it instead of a brush. With a small detail brush, I'm quickly adding more of that burgundy shade to my lower lash line, and a bright highlighter shade on the inner corners and the brow bone, and then it's on to the eyeliner. Using the 2-timer eyeliner, I first used the pencil side to tightline my upper lids. I had also intended to use the felt tip side for the wing as well, but the product for some reason wouldn't apply smoothly, so instead I used my trusty vinyl liquid liner to do them properly. I'm just quickly curling my lashes. If your lashes aren't dead straight like mine, feel free to skip this step, and then apply a healthy coat of the More to Love mascara. I found that the rubber wand applied the mascara really evenly to my lashes and didn't clump at all, but because my lashes are really stubborn, it didn't help much to keep them very curled. I went ahead and applied the Vixen Wicked Lashes off camera. They did apply quite easily, but I did have to cover the band with more eyeliner after applying them. I did apply another coat of mascara just to connect my natural lashes with the fake ones. And to finish the look, I applied a Suede Matte lip liner in Soft Spoken over my lips. And then finished with a coat of the liquid suede lipstick in Sandstorm. This combination has also made it into my favourites because of how long lasting and soft they feel on the lips. And that's the finished look.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, check out my playlist below, and I will see you all next time. Bye!